Hey there, quirky folks. Today I'm going to talk about the big post-credits scene of Venom: There Be Carnage. The film has been quite impressive, and the final fight between Venom and Carnage was a total spectacle. But more than Venom or Carnage, people are largely talking about the final scene that they witnessed in the movie. It ended on such a high note, and I'm sure you guys must have several questions about it. It goes without saying, but I'm issuing a spoiler warning. So please, if you haven't seen the film, then go watch it. This video is always going to be here. And if you have, then let me walk you through the scene one more time before explaining its implications. The scene begins with a nice little relaxing moment for Eddie as he and Venom were casually watching a soap opera on TV. Venom says that he loves that TV show, and they start to talk about having secrets. Venom says, "We all have a past, Eddie," and Eddie asks him if he's hiding stuff from him. Now this is where things get important as Venom drops a bombshell. He says,
80 billion light years of hive knowledge across universes would explode your tiny little brain.
Eddie was so confused and he asked, what does that even mean? This is where we are going to find out about the Clinter planet and Venom's backstory. But as Eddie confirmed that he was ready to know, Venom said,
"Well, let me give you a taste then. Just the smallest fraction of things we symbiotes have experienced."
And right at this moment, we see the trademark glitch of the multiverse that we saw in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. A bright yellow light shines from outside, and everything changes as things phase in and out. Eddie's room gets altered as he ends up in a new hotel room. Venom freaks out by seeing a swan towel and asks,
"What the hell is that?"
Eddie responds that that's just a towel. And then he asked Venom what he did, and Venom replied that it wasn't him. Now comes the biggest moment of the scene. Eddie looks at the TV where J. Jonah Jameson reveals Peter Parker as Spider-Man.
That's right, folks. Spider-Man is in fact Peter Parker.
Venom looks at Peter on the screen and he says,
"That guy."
And then he licks Spider-Man. Right after that, a man comes out of the bathroom and asks Eddie what he was doing in his room. So this confirms that Eddie was actually transported from his universe into a new one. Yes, Venom has entered the MCU. And clearly, a battle between Spider-Man and Venom has been set up over here. We initially anticipated that it would happen in Venom 3. And now, because Venom has shifted universes and the timing of this movie is perfect, it is possible that Venom will return in Spider-Man No Way Home.
What just happened?
It was also interesting to see how Venom reacted to Spider-Man's reveal because it seemed that he actually recognized the web slinger. Now you may ask how that was possible. This version of Venom has not met Spider-Man yet. Peter Parker did not emerge as Spider-Man in the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters. So he shouldn't have been able to recognize Spidey. Maybe he didn't. It is possible that he just found Spider-Man tasty. But Venom also told Eddie that he has 80 billion light years of hive knowledge across universes. So maybe Venom knows about Spider-Man through some other Venom or a symbiote from a different universe. This could actually connect to Topher Grace's Venom in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man universe. He fought Spider-Man and lost, and something similar could have happened on several universes. All that got recorded into the symbiote hive mind. Hence Venom is aware of Spider-Man. But now what? Will he return in Spider-Man No Way Home? After this post-credits scene, I don't see why not. Yes, we've done a video upon why Venom and Spider-Man should get their meeting in a separate film altogether. But the base is set for his arrival in No Way Home. This film has 5 villains confirmed coming in from 2 other universes. Namely, they are Dr. Octopus, Sandman, Green Goblin, Electro, and the Lizard. A 6th Spider-Man foe is yet to be added, and that could be Venom, coming in from his own universe. Tom Hardy was seen wearing a Spider-Man No Way Home cap recently. That could have been a hint for his appearance in the coming film. Now coming back to the post-credits scene, you might be assuming that the news Venom saw on TV was the same one at the end of Far From Home. But if you look at it carefully, it was slightly different. That's because we actually got to see Tom Holland's Spider-Man on the TV screen. He was in his suit but without his mask. Maybe different news outlets were showing different variants of the news. But how did they get a photo of Peter Parker in the Spider-Man suit without his mask? It could have been photoshopped, but it's possible that the additional footage of this scene was recorded after Peter's big WTF moment. Maybe Spidey got unmasked publicly, and that picture was clicked. Behind him, we can see the Pennsylvania station board that was also seen in Far From Home. So it is clear that Eddie got transported to the moment JJJ outed Peter Parker as Spider-Menace. But it is known that there is a short time jump between Far From Home and No Way Home. In this time jump, Ned will get slimmer, Flash Thompson will get his hair dyed, and the story will develop. So if Venom entered the MCU during Spider-Man Far From Home, then why would he wait until No Way Home to go after Spider-Man? It is possible that Eddie, being a reporter, would first investigate Spidey's case. He might actually join the DailyBugle.net, and working for JJJ will obviously push Eddie against Peter Parker. So now, Venom will go after Peter Parker, along with other villains who came from their separate universes. He is already confirmed to meet him, but the question in my mind is, how did Eddie get transported to a different universe? It couldn't have been because of Sylvie, as she just opened up the multiverse. She didn't cause any sort of universal entanglement. Maybe it's something that Wanda did.
You have no idea what you've unleashed. You're gonna need me.
Doctor Strange's failed spell will happen during Spider-Man No Way Home. Yes, he might bring in other Spider-Men and other villains from different universes. But he probably isn't the one to bring Venom, because even after Venom arrives, people still remember Spider-Man's identity. If that is the case, then Doctor Strange's spell would completely fail and no one will forget, and I don't think that's gonna happen. So, maybe it's someone like Madam Web who transported Venom. Now it's going to be interesting to see how Venom reacts to this new universe. He comes from a universe that doesn't have any superheroes yet, so he'd be pretty overwhelmed to see that this universe has several superheroes. Eddie might investigate and learn about the snap and everything. There are just a lot of things that Sony and Marvel can do from here on out. And if you think about it, maybe Venom isn't the only one who got transported to this universe. The Morbius trailer showed us that he is going to meet Adrian Toomes. And he also walked across graffiti art which presented Spider-Man as a murderer. So, maybe Morbius would come to the MCU, or Adrian Toomes will be pushed out to the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters. Or it could be a case of universal entanglement. I guess we'll see about that very soon. Spider-Man No Way Home was already going to be the biggest movie of the year, but this Venom 2 post-credit scene has made it even bigger. There are more people on the hype train now, and I just can't wait to see this movie. What are your thoughts on the post-credit scene? Let us know in the comments. Give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to check out some more fun content on our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!